You happy to talk to me
Can
now?
you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, but I never heard of this.
Oh. Do I talk to the person here? Just try and cut the queue.
Are you able to help me?
I would never deny you, sir, but I know nothing about this.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
No, because it makes sense to ask about things that happen in City Hall to the people in City Hall. No. Oh. Very interesting.
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow. Our department needs to straighten out some business.
Didn't sleep last night. No time to shave. Order of the thingy. Never removed. Ooh, is that a cut? Oh, a wine stain. Why? What? Okay. Interesting. Is that torn? Stays at work late. Red wine stain on the wrist and his unshaven face indicate lazy attitude towards his duty. The order of the bath looks quite worn. The man is proud of it and never takes it off. Wrinkled clothes and red eyes may mean he didn't return home last night. Instead of work, this man would rather lose himself to depravity and alcohol. The man is proud of it and never takes it off. The red stain indicates he's recently drunk wine. His clothes are wrinkled. He barely bothers shaving. His red eyes indicate that he may suffer from insomnia or deep anxiety. Looks as if he lives within a nightmare, attempting to rid himself of his terrible memories of past mistakes. I think that makes more sense. Because, yeah, if he had a lazy attitude duty because he was unshaven, he wouldn't have, like, this kind of stubble. He would have more of a beard, I would have thought. No, but well, the thing is, it could work either way. Yeah, so he stays at work. So he's got rumpled clothes. Does that mean he stays at work late? But if he stays at work late... Right, so he didn't sleep last night. There are the two... Yes, sleepless nights. He's either busy doing something or he just can't sleep. But is that a one-off? I wish I could have another look through him instead of just being stuck in this position. The order of the bath is well worn and is never removed. If he were in remorse, would he still be holding on to it? Would he still, if he was like struggling with his own self-identity and self-confidence, he probably wouldn't still be wearing it. So I'm going to go... He'd take it off. He doesn't deserve it anymore. I think we could party goer.
Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure? Didn't you hear what I just said?
On my way here, I was wondering whether you might regret what you did. I tried my best to retain at least a shred of faith in humanity. I had hoped that you would hear her scream, see her face in your dreams, or at least once ask yourself how Naylor might feel.
Who?
Neither of my hopes were fulfilled.
Why are you here?
Show the photograph.
I came to talk. I have a solid piece of evidence that proves you guilty of the violation of a young girl.
What kind of evidence? The silly painting? That's ridiculous. Rumors. Don't listen to a word of it.
I wouldn't call it solid if it were just a painting. I have a photograph that would be enough to cause a scandal at the very least, not to mention criminal consequences.
A photograph? Oh, so you've plucked up courage to finally come here. I won't pay you a single coin until I see the photograph for myself.
He thinks we're the
I'm
artist.
not interested in money. I came here to hear your version of what took place. I'm not in the habit of making rash decisions.
Not in the habit. Well, it didn't seem like that from the letter you wrote.
I've never written a single word to you. That's not my style. I'm more direct. But in exchange for my patience,
He thinks
I
for the
demand your
artist.
full cooperation. I need you to tell me everything.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr...
Sherlock Holmes. And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission. So, where do we start?
Yes. What happened at the party?
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, you talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely lost my sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault.
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
Who's blackmailing you?
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about
It's
it.
the
All right. A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more.
Boniface Mercurio. Does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
yes.
You had motive to kill him.
Maybe I did, but listen. I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio,
Mercurio.
well, him, yes, I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait, to see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence.
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position, yet here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes, and I'm no exception. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the Crown. I made a mistake, but I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt.
I think we go with the refugees in general rather than just Naylor.
Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all.
Oh, I have to do both.
Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to think this all through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
So, getting someone to find them homes and a job so they can avoid the current situation they're in, which they don't want, is bad. Right. Helping people get out of a situation they don't want to be in is bad because I'm British. Right, okay. That is in no way meant to be like, oh yeah, Britain's never done that in the past. No British person has done that. Yes, we have. But in this one case, it's not relevant. Right. The envoy wants to hide the proof. Envoy's interest in the photograph is pragmatic. If he obtains it, nothing will threaten his reputation. All refugees are victims of the system. The situation they're in must and can be mended. I don't think that follows. Oh, so this is it. This is the conclusion. Oh, really? I was hoping for more evidence. The envoy can be neither trusted nor forgiven for what he did. Humiliation and ostracization from an outraged Cordone are the least he deserves. Give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. Thomas Norton is a debaucher who's committed a terrible act. Even though he deserves to be brought to justice, I cannot overlook the opportunity to do a greater good. Give the envoy the photograph in exchange for the refugees' legalization. The question becomes, what is the difference between justice and law? And this is a question that Sherlock Holmes deals with in the stories in a few occasions, is doing what is just and right, even if it means helping people who have broken the law in some regard. Because this is a different decision. All the other decisions are just like, do you want to play nice with these people who have seemingly very deliberately committed acts from the evidence we have. This one, there is no question that he did it, and I quite like that. I prefer this kind of thing where it goes, this is what happened, but here's this kind of nuance in the decision. Whereas the other ones are kind of like, well, it could be this person or that person, you have to make the decision. Here it's, no, it is this person, and you get to the end of the conclusion, and then it's, you got to make this decision. This is what I like. This is what the kind of thing I like. Here's the thing. We have no evidence that Thomas Norton is necessarily lying about being drugged. We don't have any evidence to back him up on that either. If he's been drugged and not been in his right mind, should he be punished? No. I'm going to back out of here. Is there any evidence left? Oh, we can still ask questions, though. We've still got a few things to ask, which might affect my decision. Can I ask him? Can I not ask him about... Who do I even ask? Can I ask him about other stuff?
Have you thought it all through?
Oh, no.
Not yet.
I was wondering if I could ask him about the... Who can I even ask? Like, this is the problem. Is I can ask someone about this. 2 lines, one above the other. Maybe we ask Vogel about that. Oh, I can't do that until I've left. So we'll go and ask Vogel about that. I think it's evidence. It's a tattoo, so it's kind of art. Kind of art. It is art. But it might not be the kind of art he deals with, unfortunately for us. And it's talking, not looking up. Otherwise, we could do that. Is this Mr. That says... Oh, that says we've got all the evidence from there. We haven't got everything from the refugee camp. These are other things. So I could have asked some people about that, eh? So let's head back. It did say it would be on lockdown, so we might not be able to go in and explore anymore. But let's try and get some more information. Like, principally... Like, can we... Yeah. Oh, we can still go in. I'm trying to work out what to do. I want to get more information. That's what I want. And it might be that there's alternatives. There is alternatives.
You still here?
Ask about the tattoo.
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scalario. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Oh, one of those, eh? Local businessman from Scalario is rumored to be running a smuggling chain between colonies and the mainland. Okay, now we've got everything from here. Okay. Oh, we're going to end up in a fight, aren't we? Oh, no, all right. I have to... Local businessman... Oh, flip. So... We can investigate something. Should I go back to City Hall?